Hey, it's Chase from On the Table Gaming, and today we're going to take a look at what's been revealed for House Baratheon, the next faction coming out for A Song of Ice and Fire, the miniatures game. The basic infantry for House Baratheon are the Baratheon Wardens, and with a movement speed of 4, it's going to take them a little while to get into the thick of things on the battlefield. They're going to be very deliberate about their positioning, their setup, and where they want to engage their opponent. However, they do have a 3+ armor save, which is going to allow them to weather a significant amount of damage. They're going to be a very difficult unit to wipe out through feats of strength alone. It looks like they're going to be good at grinding down elite units. So their attack profile is a 4+ to hit on 7-5-3, but most significantly is their Warhammer ability. If the defender rolls a 1 on any defense save, they become weakened, meaning that they have a token that you can expend to make them have to re-roll their attack dice. So once they're engaged with an enemy unit and they're starting to put out some damage and get those tokens going, it's going to be really hard to hurt these guys because they're going to be hitting you. You're going to be trying to hit them. They're going to make you re-roll the dice if they expend that weakened token. And then whatever dice do get through after that, they're blocking them on a 3+. So these guys are going to attrition exceptionally well. Now, a possible attachment for that unit is the Stag Knight Noble, whose order Reckless Vengeance is going to allow this unit to make a free melee attack after the unit is attacked. So the unit suffers 2 wounds and then makes 1 melee attack targeting the attacker. So this is going to give them an additional chance to get those tokens out on their opponent. So maybe they hit somebody, they get a weakened token on them, and then another unit charges them and hits them. They hit them back, put a weakened token on them, and then they're in the thick of things, ready to smash. An example of an NCU provided in the starter box is Alistair Florent, the Lord of Brightwater, with his shifting loyalties. Alistair begins the game with 2 order tokens on him. After Alistair claims a tactic zone, after resolving that zone's effect, you may remove an order token from him to move him to an empty tactic zone or switch zones with an NCU already on the tactics board. This is going to be amazing for interrupting your opponent's tactics. Look what this might do to someone like Joffrey, who really wants to have that crown location controlled so he can trigger his effects. You can dislodge them. And not only does it dislodge them, you replace the zone, you switch zones, so they can't reclaim it later in that round. This is incredibly powerful to be able to do twice a game in a 6-round game. That's absolutely phenomenal. So this is a great NCU. Now, Stannis is going to be a great commander for House Baratheon. So just even thinking about the one core unit we have, if you put Stannis Baratheon in there, now they've got critical blow, doing double hits on a 6, making your opponent have to roll more armor saves and potentially rolling more 1s and getting that weakened token upon them. He's also got Unyielding, which is a phenomenal ability. When he's in a unit, that unit may never gain condition tokens. They will never become weakened, panicked, or vulnerable. This is going to make whatever unit is in a bulwark on the battlefield. He's going to be absolutely kicking butt and taking names, and you want to have him up in the thick of things, leading your troops forward to victory. Now, the other interesting mechanic on this card is the loyalty system. And we're going to see this in the House Baratheon faction in general. When you get the starter set, you're basically getting 2 sub-factions. You've got the Stannis forces and you've got Renly Baratheon's forces. Right now, they've got shared units they're exploring, but down the line, we're going to see units released that are going to have loyalty to Stannis or loyalty to Renly, and you will then choose specifically those units for those commanders. And so when you buy House Baratheon, you're going to really be able to think, okay, I could play the whole faction here, or maybe I want to specialize in playing just the Renly side or just the Stannis side. This is awesome. It gives you more choices when you're collecting your miniatures, and it allows for cool other ways for these sub-factions to differentiate themselves in that we may have, mercenaries or outside units, neutral units that maybe can align or be loyal with Stannis, but maybe not with Renly. And then we have Baratheon Conviction. At the start of the round, target 1 friendly infantry unit and attach this card to them. Discard it when they fail a morale test. While this card is attached, if you control the crown, this unit only suffers 1 wound from failed panic tests, regardless of abilities or role. If you control the tactic zone, this unit's defense save rolls of 6 block 2 hits. This is going to make your units incredibly tanky, and I think this just kind of further expands upon the benefits that this faction is already going to have as strengths. And the control of the crown zone, and that's going to pair off with some other abilities like the Will of the One True King. When you claim the crown zone on the tactics board, replace that zone's effect with 1 enemy combat unit becomes panicked, 1 enemy combat unit becomes vulnerable, and 1 enemy combat unit becomes weakened. This is going to be fantastic for getting those tokens out and really crippling your opponent's units, and especially for game modes like Winds of Winter, where there are some secret cards that come up that might ask you to try and get tokens on the board. This is going to be a great card to hold for that. So Stannis and the Baratheons seem like they're going to be real contenders for one of the top factions in the game. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you can, please take a second to like and subscribe. And in the comments below, let us know what units and NCUs do you think might become available for House Baratheon. Specifically, who do you think is going to be in Renly's court versus Stannis's? Thanks for watching, and I hope you get your miniatures on the table.